this is Danny and Lily from Triarch Fitness. We're going to talk to you about the bench press. The bench press is a great upper body strength exercise. It's an inclusion in many of our programs. The problem is the range of motion that we usually practice in the bench press may not be suitable for everybody. Everyone has different limb lengths, levers, depth of chest, etc. And all those things together can combine to make a movement that isn't exactly optimal for pain-free pressing in the long term. We're going to take a look at Lily's bench press for a moment. We have a standard bench press setup. The hands are just outside of the shoulders. We would normally ask the athlete to lower the bar until it comes in contact with the body. Pressing out to a locked out elbow, and that will be our standard pressing pattern. The problem comes about, Lily has long arms, isn't particularly deep through the chest. In order for the bar to touch the body, the elbows have to track significantly further behind the spine than is optimal. Now we have the bicep tendon, the tendon attaches and comes over the front side of the shoulder under peak tension. Much of the chest, the pecs, which is a big contributor to the bench press and why many of us train that movement, much of that contribution to the movement has dropped away once the elbow drops behind the spine. So if I just get Lily to raise her elbows marginally, at this point, upper arm parallel with the spine, this is my optimal end range. She's going to press out from there. Now, many athletes that have shorter lever lengths, are deeper through the chest, for them to touch the bar to their body, they're already hitting that end range. As I said, for Lily, once she goes into an extended shoulder position, the pec drops away, and now it's only left to this front deltoid, this anterior deltoid, to provide much of the drive out of this bottom position before the chest, the pecs, can actually catch on to the upper arm and support that shoulder in a more rounded fashion and press out. So what to do? A couple of range of motion restrictions or modifications to the movement can make a great movement a more suitable movement for long-term inclusion in a program. I'm going to use a pad on the front side of the body, ab mat, standard fixture in many gyms. If I were to place that on the chest for Lil, now I have a movement where the upper arm is in a much more optimal position. She's still getting that consistent end range where she's touching a bar to a stop. She gets the feel of the turnaround, but we don't get this kind of drop out of the pec. So the pec is at peak tension throughout much of the range of the pressing movement. It makes it more complete, makes it more productive, and can stave off a whole host of shoulder injuries that can come about from the bench press. So if you want to do a long-term solution to bench press pain, limiting range of motion with a NAB mat can be a great conclusion. Another option would be to use a movement like the floor press, where you don't use the bench, you lay flat on the ground, and the floor itself will provide that end stop and that end range for you.